What is up, Terry Game? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing chapter 1015 of One Piece. So yeah, let's dive right in. On the cover of the chapter, we can see Senior Pink is mistaken for a baby and he's carried off by an Oriental's dog. I always love the covers, and again, like I said in the last chapter review, the anime should really find a way of adding them in. So yeah, so this chapter starts off with a panel showing us that Luffy is still stuck at the bottom of the sea. But as I told you, Terry Game, as I told you, he'll be rescued. Like, he's the protagonist. How can he go out just like that? Yeah. And then it seems like there's some people from Low's crew who came to rescue him using his submarine. And I think Luffy found a way of like how to communicate with them. But you see how he did it later on in the chapter. And in the last chapter review, I thought it was going to be Jinbei who will rescue him, because Jinbei is the only one who didn't have a devil fruit and who can go under the sea, right? But sadly I've been mistaken. Yeah, it's Low's crew members. Yeah. To the next panel, we see everyone losing their morale and they seem to no longer have any hope of winning this war. Even Chopper is getting wrecked by King. But then the Red Scabbards seem to still have their confidence that they'll win this war. Charlotte Prospero releases a deadly attack, releasing his arrows of candy. I don't know what he calls them. Yeah, it was something really mad. Yeah, he threw them into the air, but then Chopper comes on to protect the warriors. Everyone who's on the ground, he like deflects the arrows using his body. Yeah. Then Sanji comes in with a flying jet kick and he hits King. Like, it was so wild. King's head was just speeding everywhere. Yeah, and it causes most of the arrows which were remaining in the sky to like deflect, because King was busy hitting them with his head. Yeah. And then Sanji leaves Zoro to Chopper into Chopper's care, meaning that Chopper might cure Zoro's wounds and it might actually see Zoro come back into this fight. And yeah, Sanji now goes after King, and this is one of the matchups which I've been really wanting. Like, Sanji hasn't, okay, he's made an impact, but he was mostly getting girl matchups, and you know Sanji can't really meet a woman or a lady, right? So at least now he has King to fight, and I can't wait to see how it will turn out. But yeah, we might actually see the monster trio back in action. Luffy is now getting rescued, Zoro's wounds will be cured. I just can't wait for how this will progress. Yeah, some of the samurais even ask why Sanji is still fighting, even though he does not know what his captain is going through right now, if his captain is okay or not. But then Marco just says, that's why I like them. Yeah, just showing how much confidence he has in the Straw Hats. Yeah, cut to the next scene, we see Kiku and Kanjuro laying on the ground, looking almost lifeless, you know. And then Kinemon, who is surprisingly still conscious, goes after Kaido and like stabs him. Like, Kinemon, are you alright right now? Yeah. And then we finally see the flashback of Momo and Kinemon discussing how they should be addressing each other when they're like around people. It's funny seeing Momo struggling to call Kinemon his father. Yeah, it's just so cool, like seeing what was going through their minds when they just came back from the past or into the future. Yeah, I don't know how it's doing waves. Yeah, it was just so cool. Yeah. Now back to the present, we see Kaido stab Kinemon, and now I really feel like Kinemon is gone, because that stab was fatal. Like, it was really fatal. And now that's like the fifth or fourth scabbard who's gone down now. Like, what's happening? What's happening with these scabbards? Like, no one is talking about this. And I don't think Kinemon will survive this, because that stab looked fatal. Yeah. But anyway, let's see what Oda has planned for him. But I think most of Oda's plan for the scabbards, like, everyone will go out heroically, like doing like in a way that they were protecting everyone. And I think Momo is the only one, yeah, who'll be about. It seems like Luffy is now able to use the voice of all things, like now to communicate with people, not just to communicate with the kings of the sea. He's now able to also communicate with people, because this explains why Momonosuke had a headache, right? In the last chapter, he just had a splitting headache, and it shows that Luffy was trying to communicate with him. And now Luffy contacted those people in the submarine to come help him. So I'm really liking how Luffy is able to use the voice of all things now. And then it shows maybe this was Roger's power as well. He was able to communicate with people just like that. Yeah. And then now Momonosuke tells everyone the message that Luffy sent to him. So Momo grabs a frog and relays a message to everyone from Luffy, saying that he will be okay. and he'll be okay, telling everyone that don't worry about Luffy, he's going to make it. And then everyone rejoices, and the Moro is back on track. Kaido tries to attack Momo, but Shinobu uses her powers to melt the ground, and that's running away from Kaido. Then we finally get to see this epic matchup of Kaido versus Yamato. Like, yo, we finally get to see what Yamato is made of, and I highly think that she has a Zoan Devil Fruit, right? Like, come on, I can't wait to see this. Yeah. So Kaido asks Yamato to address him by father, but Yamato just says no. Like, she's no longer under his control, like no longer and she's now free, you know. And I guess we'll finally get to see what she's made of. And then there's this panel where we see Zeus. Zeus is back, but now he's been transferred to Nami's climb attack. So which brings about like a whole new possibilities. Like Nami can now control Zeus, you know. And it's so cool that although it wasn't like the same, having Zeus like being a thundercloud, you know, at least now he's Nami's weapon. And I didn't really see that possibility, you know. But yeah, it's so cool seeing him back, and I can't wait to see how strong Nami will get with him as his weapon. Yeah. So yeah, chapter ends there. Thanks for watching, Terry Gang, and I'll see you in the next video.